And welcome back to the channel. Today we're here at the French Grand Prix at Paul Ricard and for round 8 of the championship. And so now let's get in to the qualifying report. And so on to the end of our first flying lap in the first part of qualifying, and across the line, and we go into P10 ahead of Daniel Kvyat. But on to the end of the session now, and we've gone out for another run here just to be safe, and we're in P14 at the moment. But where's this lap going to put us here? And it puts us into P12 and safely in to the next part of qualifying here. And now on to our first lap of Q2 here, and on the medium compound tyres here, and across the line we go, and it's P11, and not a bad lap time considering it was on the medium tyres, and we've definitely got time to improve on the soft compound tyres here at the end of the session. We've set 2 personal best times, and will it put us in to the third part of qualifying? And yes, it does. It puts us into P8. And so now on to qualifying 3 and our first and only lap in this session, and we go across the line now. And where's this going to put us on the grid? It puts us into P9. So let's now see the rest of the grid here.
The race minutes away from starting. Here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Max Verstappen, and Gasly, Perez, Butler, the Rainmaster, and Nico Hülkenberg, Grosjean, Ricciardo, Lucas Faber, and Raikkonen, Kvyat, Russell, Lando Norris, and Antonio Giovinazzi. Albon and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
And so on to 5 lights, and away we go for the start of our rainy French Grand Prix here. And we've had an okay start, but we're not going to go ahead of anyone from this start. We've actually broken very early and been very cautious, and that has led us to losing 2 positions here, and maybe a third as well to Daniel Ricciardo as well, as we are forced off track there from a bit of a mistake from us. But we're going to try and take that back, and up the inside in to turn 3 we go. And can we make it stick here? And we're going to try into this next corner of turn 5 here, and we get a wee bit out of shape there, and we're going to be still side by side into turn 6 with Nico Hülkenberg, but he's just about got the edge there, I think, and the inside for turn 7, and we go off the track, and that's going to lose us momentum here, as now we've got Ricciardo coming back at us here, and we're going to have to try and defend from this. And in to the Mistral chicane we go, and who's going to come out on top here? And we're going to try and go around the outside, and it looks like we defend the position from Ricciardo there as Kvyat gets ahead of him. And now on to the end of the lap, we've got on to the back of Nico Hülkenberg here, and we go to the right and into turn 1 we go. And can we make this move stick? It doesn't look like we can, as we go wide, and that allows Nico Hülkenberg to hold it around the outside into turn 2 there. So we're going to have to try and find a better place to overtake the German driver, and we find the Mistral straight here, and we go to the left. But are we going to make this move up into the chicane here, as we brake a bit earlier than the Renault car does? So we're not going to be able to make the move stick there, but we get a good exit out of the chicane, and we are able to go back past the Renault driver and up in to P9 here. But now it's Sergio Perez, and he is overtaking Max Verstappen. He goes to his right, our left as we see it here, and is he going to try and hold it up the inside of Verstappen here? And can he make the move stick as well into the second part of the Mistral straight here? And it looks like he has made the move stick. And on to lap 5 now we go, and we've caught up to the back of Romain Grosjean here, and we're going to go to the left. There's no DRS for us here, as it is a wet race here, and we have made the move stick relatively easily there compared to our overtakes on the 2 Renault cars. And now on to lap 7, and we've caught up to Devin Butler here out of turn 2. We've had a good exit, and we were pushed to the edge of the track there, and we go up the inside into the third corner, and we are now up into P8. But now it is Sebastian Vettel, and he's going to try and overtake his teammate Charles Leclerc for P2 in this race. He goes to his right, our left as well, and he holds it around the outside, and Vettel now takes P2 in this race. But now it's on to Max Verstappen, and he's coming back at Sergio Perez here, and he's going to go to his right here, and into the Mistral chicane he goes, and who is going to come out on top? And he's gone around the outside of him, and he retakes the position away from our teammate Sergio Perez. But now Perez, he is going to come back at Max Verstappen here, and he's turning in to a very good old scrap here between these two drivers, and into the chicane again. And who's going to come out on top here this time between these two? And it's still side by side between them, and we can see ourselves there getting very close to the back of them, and we're going to go on board with us now as we get a purple sector because of that slipstream that we had, and we try and look up the inside of Verstappen, but it doesn't quite work out for us, as now Alex Albon is out of this race, and Perez stays ahead of Verstappen here. But now Verstappen, he's going to come back at Sergio Perez once again here, and they are side by side down the Mistral straight here and into the chicane as well, and Verstappen goes around the outside of Perez and retakes the position once again. And now again here Perez is coming back at Verstappen now, and it's on the main straight here that they are side by side, and it looks like Perez has made the move stick into turn 1, and yes he does. And is this finally going to be the end of this battle here between these two drivers, or can we get into the mix as well? But now it's on to lap 14, and we are coming into the pits here for another set of intermediate compound tyres, as we come out of the pits very close to Verstappen there, but on to the end of this lap now, and the rest of the drivers are coming in for their stops as Sergio Perez comes out of the pits. He is jumped by Verstappen, and is he going to be jumped by us as well? No, not quite, as we can't quite find a way up the inside of our teammate here. But now on to lap 18 here, and we are using all the ERS we can. We are on overtake mode, and that's made us get a very good exit out of the Mistral chicane there, and we are now side by side with our teammate. Slightly in front we are, and we make it stick into the fast right-hander there, getting a wee bit out of shape, but we're going to use this ERS to try and pull ahead of Perez as we did. And on to the end of the race here, we're going to finish P7 for this wet French Grand Prix here.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
And so it's Lewis Hamilton who gets the race victory here at the French Grand Prix, followed by the two Ferrari cars, and that result is going to put us into P8 in this championship here. So good progress from that race. And now, so if you have enjoyed the video, then do leave a like, share the video around, and subscribe to the channel to see more videos on F1 2019. So I will see you next time for another video, and goodbye.